How's it going, everybody? In case you're wondering who this handsome devil beside me is, we're very happy to be joined by Tyler Laidlaw. Not only is he a Team Canada paddler, but he was also a very successful high school hockey player. He played some junior B for Sackville Blazers, was coached by our co-host Adam Denny here. And me and Chris had the pleasure and displeasure to watch him dangle around the ice for the Millwood Knights. We're very happy to have him join to the show here. Tyler.
Thanks for having me,
buddy.
No, that's a heck of an intro.
Yeah.
No, I'm just happy to be here. Good to see you guys, and ready to just have some good conversation with you.
Yeah, great to have you on, buddy. And gotta say, I don't miss you making my defenseman look absolutely stupid out there. But you know what? It's good to have you on, man. Got a lot of respect for you, not only as an athlete but as a person. So super happy you decided to join on today. So thanks so much for coming.
I appreciate that, man. Happy to be here.
All right, buddy. So first question from me there, Tyler, is, obviously I don't think that I've seen you on the water. I've seen you on the ice. I don't know if there's a sport that you don't excel at. What kind of led to your love of sport, and how did things get going for you as an athlete?
I fell in love with sport at a very young age, and it probably just started off like getting into ball hockey, as a kid, out front of the house, playing with friends. And, that excels into, next thing you know, you're a Timbit hockey player. And it really just skyrockets from there. Next thing you know, you're the most competitive kid in gym class, which, I'm sure we've all been at that point. Yeah. But, seriously, starts as a very young age, and I just love sports. And there are some sports I'm terrible at, by the way.
Yes. So since both of us have a 5 at the start of our height instead of a 6, yes, we can put basketball on that list.
Okay, that's fair.
Basketball is
we played a little bit of street ball here at camp. For any of the viewers who don't know, we're both at the Chula Vista Elite Athlete Training Center with the Team Canada paddling camp, and we like to do a little bit of street ball on the weekends. And my God, yeah, we're both 3-point shooters, but that's about all we can do. Rebounds, not a chance. Assist, fat chance, but 3-point shots, that's about all we got.
Your money on the 3-pointers, hey boys? I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. We like to think so.
Exactly.
We take a lot of 3-pointers.
Whether it's 3 in the bucket, 3 for 12 or 3 for 3, that's points on the board, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
Sure.
That's a good outlook to have.
We're good at covering each other, though.
Yeah.
Well, you got to
just take each other out of the game, make it a 2-on-2.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to make each other look good. Give your buddy some play.
We don't like defense.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. So, Adam, I know you have a great relationship with Tyler, going back to the Millwood Knights days.
I've seen Danny smile.
I know he was been talking about this episode all day, haven't you, bud? You were excited to have Tyler on. I can't say I blame you. Look at that dashing smile that he has.
I tell you, I'm pretty excited to have a former player of mine on, actually, and that actually leads to my first question, Tyler. What's the best memory for you in sport, whether paddling or hockey?
In sports in general, I would say, all right, let's break it up into hockey and paddling, because kind of two separate.
It's hard to just pick one.
2 separate careers.
Yeah. I mean, hockey for sure would have to be Sackville Millwood hockey. Like, it doesn't really have to sum down to one specific game, but when I think of like what was like the thing that I look back at and I'm like, wow, I wish I could just experience that one more time, it would definitely be our games for Sackville High, packed rink, and just like the atmosphere and school spirit. It's like so fun to show up to the rink and experience that. Paddling, I would say, when I was 17, I went to Olympic Hopes in Czech Republic, and I was in a C4 race, so 4-person canoe, and we had a fog delay in the morning. It delayed us like
I remember watching this race.
Delayed us like 2.5 hours or so. So, and the day's tight anyways. It was the last day. It's a U17 event. They're not gonna add on another day and change flights and whatever else. So our race was the last race of the day, and it's pitch black at this point. We were like, yep, well, we're not going to be having this race. And we were all pretty upset about it. And organizers kind of had a meeting with like all the people in the race, like the coaches of the people in the race, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna race it. So yeah, we basically went out and had a full-blown race in the dark, and actually pulled out a medal in it. So it was really cool experience. So that's like, I'd say for paddling, that's kind of a memory that that sticks for me.
Man, how could a memory like that not stick out? That's a pretty cool story, and that's something you'll always have in your back pocket. You know, you'll always be able to tell that story of the time you raced in the dark. I mean, that if paddling looks hard enough as it fucking is, I can't imagine doing it in pitch black and not being able to see anything. Like
I couldn't imagine steering a C4 in the dark like that. Like
it was
holy hell. Like paddling in the dark is like, I've only done it a couple times. It's pretty sketchy because you can't really see, but like we've done it sometimes like in the early mornings, but you really can't see where you're going. But if you have 8 other people lined up across you on the line, that's something that not very many paddlers get to really experience. Being like, I did a full, not just like a race on like Panuca local regatta, but we're talking an international race. We're talking Olympic hopes here in Czech Republic.
Yeah, it was crazy. And honestly, we were actually 4 Nova Scotians, which was pretty cool. Like on the other end of it, like, there's guys from all over Canada on this team, and the 4 Nova Scotians got put in the boat, and we were just paddling up to the line. Like we were just laughing and so loose. Like we didn't know what to expect. This was like,
how could you, right? Like
exactly, had no idea what to expect. And we just went out there, we were super loose, and then we paddled so good. Like everything clicked. Like we had no worries. We weren't nervous at all.
I think that like relaxed attitude kind of helped you a bit?
It relaxed us completely. Like I don't know if we should have won a medal in that race at all, but we pulled away with a bronze. And we
you beat out some really big high-end countries. Like didn't you guys beat out Hungary and Germany in that race?
Yeah, Germany wasn't there, but one of the crews that we beat was like Hungary and Poland was beside us, and we pulled away from them.
Yeah, and Hungary and Poland are two of like they're part of the Canada, US, Sweden, like the hockey equivalent to in paddling. So
yeah, and so they have like what's it called? Like the big screen. So there's like a big screen by the grandstand, and what they did is, so normally it like faces the grandstand, so people are spectating, like, 1,000-meter race, they can see the race from farther down the live stream. They turned it around so it had like a huge glare over the lake, so there was like somewhat of a light facing the lake, which was hilarious. And the other end of that was, it was the last race of the regatta, so everyone's waiting for their teammates so they can like get on the bus or whatever. But all that did was create like a pretty decent crowd for the event, because everyone had to stay and wait for it. So it was really cool.
Man, that's so cool. That's something you'll always be able to look back on. I think that's an awesome memory. So great answer on that one.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Sure. And I got the next question here now. The Canoe Club Sackville, which just got a beautiful brand new building on First Lake, right beside the Sackville Arena, which is the mecca of high school hockey. Really, the Final Four tournaments always played there every year. You got 3 high school teams playing there. Would it be too far to say that Tyler might be the greatest athlete from Sackville? Because really, he's gone to senior worlds. He's an Olympic hope medalist. He really is the king of Sackville. At the very least, he's the king of First Lake. But
he's got my vote. He's got my vote.
Kind of help you, in your career in sports.
Honestly, Sackville, like, people can say what they want. People make their jokes or whatever with Sackville, but Sackville is honestly a really tight knit community, and through going through Sackville minor hockey, and pretty much everything I've done has been bleed Sackville. I'm Bret knows here. People love to.
I've tried to poach him to come to Mascot for so many years, and it doesn't have a budget. And I respect that. I respect that a lot. So
honestly, if you there's been some of my friends who played in the Q, and I have a buddy, Jaden Griffin, who's plays college baseball in Virginia, and Ryan Francis played hockey with him. He's he got drafted in the NHL. If you come from Sackville, everyone in the community supports you, 100%. They'll do everything they can to, back you up and make you feel special. And it's unlike no other. And I've been super fortunate to have a great community around me. And I have no desire, or had no desire, I guess, to ever, switch to go to a bigger canoe club and everything. I've always been proud of coming from Sackville and the Sackville Canoe Club.
Mad respect for you for that, buddy. That's incredible, and it's great to hear the sense of community and the support that you had from everyone. Because I mean, it doesn't matter how good of an athlete you are, you need to have a team and a support system behind you. And it's great to hear that you had that from our rivals here in Bedford. But
yeah, that's coming from a couple of Bedford boys.
I know. I got mad respect for you, and that was an awesome answer.
Yeah, we can't keep hammering down on Denny being of Millwood, a couple of CPA guys here, but we love Denny even though he's on the other color of blue. But Denny, you got our next question for us.
The right color of blue.
Okay, we're not going to get into that debate now, are we?
So Denny, what's your next question for Tyler, buddy?
In sport, who would you say some mentors were in as an athlete for you personally?
Mentors. Let's see. Like I had so an athlete who was also from Sackville Canoe Club. His name is James McPhee, and he actually competed against Bret.
I've raced against many times. We've even raced C2 together as well too.
So they were the same age, and he was kind of like I would say started to pave the path for me when I was younger, kind of showing it's possible to make teams and do big things from a small canoe club.
Another guy I tried the pouch for Massawa for years as well too. James was actually my roommate at Canada Games. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't. That's awesome.
Yeah, me and James, we raced C4 together. We raced C2 at Canada Cup. I know James quite well, but like James was like the top 200 guy for our age group all the way through, really from about 15 all the way right till he retired when he was 19, 20. He was like an elite level sprinter, just like how Tyler is. Sackville breeds sprinters there. I think 40 seconds, same as a hockey shift. So
but yeah, no, he was like super good at I mean, he was a crazy fit athlete, super motivated, and he always kind of kept me in line. Like I was 2-3 years younger, and he just made sure I was doing the right thing. And basically he would learn something, and next thing you know, I was doing it. I was trying to follow everything basically up until he retired. I followed in his footsteps as much as I possibly could, and I would say he was my mentor when I was younger in paddling, for sure.
That's pretty cool, man. I know there's so much technique and stuff that goes into paddling that it's so much more than just paddling a boat. There's a lot of technique and a lot of hard work that goes into it, and it's really cool that you had someone to look up to and you kind of mimicked. And you hear this a lot about the pro leagues and the pro sports. It's a copycat. You find good traits that the best at the sport do, and then you mimic those and incorporate them into your own game or your own abilities. And I think that's super cool that you were able to do that from a mentor.
For sure.
So next question from me, Tyler, and we talked about a little bit about your paddling, and I know that it can be a grueling process. I hear it firsthand from him. He can bitch and complain all the time. But in all seriousness, what's the toughest part of training for you, man?
Toughest part of training. I mean, there's a couple different things I think of when we talk about like how tough training is. I mean, obviously, all of our practices are extremely tough. So, but I mean, when you love doing it, I don't really look at it that way. I just look at it as, it's a way for us to go every day and get better. It's what we do. If we didn't like training, then we probably shouldn't be, at training camp right now. I would say, like how often we train would probably weighs like the biggest factor on how tough it is training in our sport. We went a 5-week camp at the start of February, and we had 1 day off. So that can add up, and it makes it tough mentally, physically. You're drained, and I'd say that's the toughest thing, like the workload that we have. When we're doing 3-4 sessions a day, whether that's on the water or spin bike or gym, it adds up for sure.
And even street ball. I think I was more sore from basketball playing like 90 minutes of basketball, like that Monday, my legs, I was like, I had to go put on like the Normatex, like the massage machines for a half hour just to get the blood flowing through there again. But just
Timmy, because you know one speed, and that's 100% of the time, man. Like,
That's the only gear he has. All out.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of one speed, and Tyler's probably got the best top speed out of anybody in the country here. I say that, and some people might want to race him off, but I don't think anybody's going to beat him. Definitely not me in a 200. I am not a 200 guy by any means. I had my one little stint of 200 in Hungary that we're not going to talk about here. But like, what's your mindset in a race that's so short, like 40 seconds? Like I mentioned earlier, it's the same time as a hockey shift.
Yeah.
Like, how do you keep laser focused for like everything from like the gun, like the margin of error is so little, like.
I mean,
I'm writing down notes too, so I can get better at this.
I got to be careful what I say.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think the thing with 200 meter for me, I mean, that is the thing that kept me drawn to the sport, like so in depth. I mean, that was everything for me. I just wanted to race 200s and win them and continue to do them and train them. And that was basically it. And that was my mindset for so long. I think I'm just so comfortable and excited to do 200s whenever I get the chance to, that I don't really think of anything. You know, I'm just, it's kind of like we were talking about with the C4 race in the dark. You know, when you go into something and you're loose and you're relaxed and you know what you're out there to do, but if you're going to enjoy it, you're going to have fun, then it kind of takes care of itself. Like I'm lucky to be naturally good in the shorter distance and stuff, and kind of comes with the 5'8", so the other end of kind of a benefit of being a little shorter. But yeah, no, I really don't think of much, man. When I line up for a sprint, I'm just enjoying myself.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm shitting myself on the line. So, you know, maybe I got some good advice. I got the notes here. Going to start watching some Laidlaw sprint game.
Just gotta relax.
Here. Yeah,
you just gotta relax.
I think that's cool, man. And like how you kind of connected it back with the race in the dark. You just let your abilities take over, and you have fun. You enjoy what you're doing, and it makes it a whole lot easier, and makes you successful. You see that at all levels. Guys that are loose and can just let their abilities take over really excel. So that's cool to hear.
Sure. I mean, you just gotta trust that what you did in training is gonna do the job when race time comes, and basically let it work itself out.
Absolutely. That's why you put on all those hours in, right?
Exactly. Now, Mr. Denny might have some good Laidlaw stories here that me, Chris, don't know about. Shoot away, buddy.
Well, I know I've got one, and this is probably one of my favorite memories of Tyler as a player. Well, there's a lot of them, but this is probably in my top. This is in my top 5. City of Lakes 2017-18. The year in the City of Lakes tournament, we're playing Leo Hayes in the final.
They're a tough team that year.
Yep. And we're into overtime. And who comes down on a breakaway but yours truly?
There's probably a video of that on his Instagram somewhere. I think
there's probably.
How many Tyler Laidlaw videos out there on the web?
And it looked like it came out of the NHL because the pass came out of the corner. I can't remember who passed it out, but that doesn't matter.
It's Trey.
It was Trey?
Yep.
Another talented hockey player from the Millwood Knights. Yeah.
Phenomenal hockey player.
Man, that feud wasn't the biggest guy, but holy, he could hit like a brick shithouse.
Yep.
And Tyler comes down on a breakaway. John Sear jumps on me. I didn't even see the puck go in the net. Well, like I got 5 people on top of me before the puck even goes in the net. And we won the City Lakes tournament, and that was my claim to Tyler Laidlaw fame. What's
Captain
this say?
Clutch, baby.
Captain Clutch.
Show him.
He wa-
Give us a flex, Tyler. Give us a flex.
No.
But so that would have been the same. So the same year that he would have scored that City of Lakes goal would also been the same year he won that Olympic Hopes medal, led the high school league in scoring.
Yeah.
But he still can't dunk.
Still can't dunk.
Yeah. But so another thing you might not know about Tyler, he's a damn good golfer. Now I actually haven't got a chance to play with you yet. But we need this is going to be on the record because this is going to be released after the fact.
Okay.
But what's your take on the Masters? Who do you think's going to be on top, and where do you think Tiger's finishing?
I like Corey Connors. He's a
Canadian
golfer.
kid. Love that.
He's been playing phenomenal, and his past 2 Masters, he's been in the top 10. So that's my take. And if Tiger can come out and honestly, if he can just go and hit the ball around and finish the tournament, if he makes the cut, if he wins, whatever, it's going to be amazing to see. I mean, he didn't even know if he could keep his legs a year ago, and now he's playing. It's crazy. It's sports history for sure.
Talk about adversity that you go through, right? Like to come back from an injury like that. I mean, you're right. Just the fact that he's out there on the golf course hitting the ball is incredible. So, I mean, kudos to Tiger and any athlete that has to go through that kind of adversity. It's definitely remarkable stuff, and it's going to make for a good show this weekend for sure.
That's going to be awesome. Excited to watch.
In the same type of situation, look at Blair Turnbull and the Canadian national women's team. Broke her leg in August and is back on the ice in October.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Easy. Like,
Takes a lot of heart.
Adversity breeds character. It's a good quote that I like to live by. You know, you're not as your greatest glory isn't in never falling. It's in rising when you fall. And so I think that's pretty cool that Tiger and Blair and so many athletes can come back from. I remember the Alex Smith injury. I don't know if you're a football fan, Tyler, but Alex Smith broke his leg in I don't know how many fucking different places, but it looked like his leg was shattered. And for him to come back and play football, these athletes, like you guys, I just got so much respect for athletes like that, and it's pretty cool.
Seeing the recovery videos from that, like, wow, like really, like that just makes you want to get up and try and make yourself better.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like,
yeah, it's super motivating.
And that kind of leads to my next question, Tyler. Like, obviously, the top athletes, like people that go through such a crazy injury or, that are the best at something for so long, they always have that inner drive. That's something that just makes them want to be the best at what they do. What is that for you? What motivates Tyler Laidlaw?
I mean, we're all here because we want to go out and win and, win events, and we want to get an Olympic medal and go to the Olympics. And I mean, that's kind of the goal we all work towards. But I think what motivates me to do that is, the support I have from friends and family and the people surrounding me. I mean, Bret knows, without a good support system, these sports are so tough, and it can take a toll on you. So if you don't have a good support system, backing you on and cheering you on throughout the process and being an athlete, it's will be extremely tough. And I'm super grateful for everyone who supports me, because like I said, that's what keeps me motivated. If I'm having a bad day, a bad week, bad month training, whatever, I just kind of go back to, why do I do this? And it's one, because we love the sport, and two, you have to have support to be able to do it.
Yeah. And as beautiful as it is here in the 35 degrees in California, we're still away from our families for a really, really long time. We're away from our friends, our family, our home, the environment that we're really used to, and having those people back home, supporting you and cheering you on, sometimes it can be the difference between you getting up out of that bed, spring ready for practice, and you just wanting to stay there. That was a really good point, Tyler. And
yeah, for sure.
Hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah. I mean, you can't, I mean, there's some people out there who can just grind every single day and not even look back and not think twice about it or whatever. But, you know, if I didn't have a good support system, I wouldn't be here for sure.
And I think it's admirable that you recognize that, man. I mean, like I said, we talked about earlier, you know, for any athlete, you know, they have a team supporting them. They have that support system, and it's super cool. And I think it's very admirable to hear you say that that's, you know, those loved ones and those people that are there in your corner, no matter what, they're what drive you. I think that's pretty cool.
For sure.
We're pretty lucky here. We got a pretty good close knit men's canoe team. Like, the 2 Olympians from the men's canoe team last year, like Roland and Connor, like they were our teammates for the whole 3 years leading up. And as much as either one of us would like to be in their shoes going, we're still there supporting them no matter what in the training environment. And like we did like a big send off at the Sackville Canoe Club for them before they went off to the Olympics. Like basically, like we all celebrate each other. We celebrate the grind we go through every day, being a part of that team. At the end of the day, like we all get there. Like we get there as a team. We all get there through it's, even though it's an individual support, like this is a hell of a sport to do if you're trying to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine trying to do 100K paddling a week just by yourself for 12 months of the year. Like, I mean, we do wash rides. We paddle together for a reason. We train together for a reason. It's what gets you the most beneficial training environments. If not, I'd feel like Dory going front. Just keep going. Just keep going.
I mean, it's an individual sport, and there are crew boats and stuff. But individually, you'll never make it in the sport. You need a team, and it's crazy because, you know, we're all 8 of us for men's canoe. We're best friends and brothers, and you know, teammates support each other every day. And then we got to go back to Dartmouth and race. And then some of us will make teams and some of us won't. And we still have to support each other. So it takes a lot of mental strength to be able to, you know, deal with that. But
Exactly.
We have a really good support system in our team right now. So
that's great to hear, man. And yeah, that's super, super awesome that you guys have that support. And I think that's the beauty of sport too, is really just, you know, you're on a team, or you're competing with people that you care about, and you're all pushing each other to get better. And you know, that what better definition of, you know, a true friend is that, you know, going out and trying to be better together. And I think it's really awesome that you have that support. And I know him. He's talked a lot about your guys' canoe or paddling team, and I know, and I saw it, you know, with our pond hockey.
Exactly.
Where
The Paddlers pond hockey featuring Mr. Chris Baxter here.
Yeah, Hemi's still licking his wounds from me and Tyler just fucking.
Oh my goodness!
Laying it on him. Hemi's goals per game was a little down, but
I don't think I scored a goal. I think I was like, oh yeah, I'm possessing the puck, but I'm just skating circles around the outside because I got hands like bricks. I'll be the first to admit it.
No, but like that's what I mean. It's like events like that, seeing you guys with your teammates and the bonds that you make, like that is what sport should be all about. And playing a sport that you're not teammates on, like you were not hockey teammates with those guys, right? Were there any of your Millwood Knights guys there, or was it that was all paddling guys?
That was just paddling.
Yeah. So I mean, for you guys to, you know, take your Saturday off and just to go shoot the puck.
Minus 35.
It was cold. It was cold.
Like, I don't know if it was that cold, but it sure felt like that on my face. Like it was it was so cold that my Bud Lights were frozen within minutes of opening them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no Bud Lights because it was Saturday morning practice at 9 a.m. The water froze as soon as I opened the can.
Yeah, that was a fun day. Something, you know, that was the first time I really got to chat with you, Tyler. And honestly, I was always a big fan, but that just, you know, I'm pumping your tires now. But
that just really pumped me up there.
Well, so, I mean, good people, you know, should get recognition. And it showed there. You have so many guys that respect you, so many people that respect you. So I think
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, man, no problem.
Now, something I kind of want to touch into, because I kind of did the same thing too, but you also played junior B hockey while also being a national level paddler too.
Yeah. So after, in grade 12, I was, friends with guys who were already on the Blazers because they played for Millwood, and I knew the coaches just from being around, Sackville hockey.
Uncle Eli.
Yeah, exactly. So they were, after me to play for Sackville, and I kind of had my mind made up that I was just going to play hockey till grade 12, and then, focus completely on paddling. And so that's what I did for the first year. I didn't play. And then basically when COVID came around, all of a sudden I had an opportunity to play hockey because we weren't traveling anywhere, and everything was local for training camps and such. So I just reached out, and next thing you know, I was trying to figure out how to stick handle again. It was definitely weird to not play hockey for a year and a half, and then all of a sudden go jump right into a hockey game. Junior B has really good hockey players. Like there's guys who come from junior A and who played a couple games in the Q, and next thing you know, they're all playing in junior B. So it was also frustrating. I mean, I went from like in high school, being able to like control parts of the play and stuff to just trying to like, let's not get scored on. Like seriously, let's try.
Let's be in the plus minus.
Yeah, keep the minuses off the board.
Let's not win. Let's not win the green jacket for being the most ashes here. But so it was like super super different. And then it was like going on to team, be playing like fourth line and just like I said, just get your job done, go off, and then and then I really got to play with guys who, I probably played with like 10 guys on that team in like Pee Wee and Sackville or something. So guys I, haven't really connected with in a long time. And all of a sudden I can, the pandemic's going on and everything's kind of sucks right now. But to have that and just like create a bond with these guys I haven't seen for so long and play hockey, it's awesome. I mean, Junior B's so fun.
It's fun. It's a fun league to be in.
The bus trips and everything's pretty relaxed.
Playing in small town barns. Yeah. It's a little bit more old school hockey.
That's one thing I do not regret starting coaching when I did, but a part of me wishes I tried to play Junior B. I feel like there was still some player left in me, but I can't really complain too much. It's been a fun ride.
I mean, that's what I thought too. Next thing you know, after playing, I was, starting to coach with Millwood.
Yeah, you're on the bench.
Next thing you know, I was have my hands full, and I was coaching and playing hockey again. So
that's wicked.
Yeah. Danny, you got anything else for Tyler?
Yeah. I was just going to touch on when you played for the Blazers. The COVID year, or when COVID first started in 2019, or your rookie year with the Blazers, I was sitting home one night and doing nothing, and I said, I wonder how many Blazers on the team that I've actually either coached or played against. 3/4 of the team I've either coached against them, or knew them from somewhere in hockey.
You've touched a lot of people in hockey and in life, Adam. You've made a huge impact on so many of us in obviously many different ways. Whether that was you being a coach to me and so many players through Millwood, or you have a relationship with our rivals here. That says a lot about all of you guys. But you touched a lot of people in a great way. So we're super thankful to have you as part of our lives, for sure.
Thanks, Laidlaw. That means a lot coming from you, man.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah, no, that's Denny, it really speaks to the volumes. I mean, you got two guys from all the way from about as far west of North America as you can get saying high praise to you. So you got how many years have you been with Millwood anyway, Denny, now? I know you got that Millwood jacket that's about as old as time, so
let's just say that you guys were probably starting elementary school when I started coaching. So
He's been around for a minute, and he's got a lot of guys that love him, and there's no question why.
The only thing that's changed is your speeches have gotten phenomenally better. You're killing it. You're killing it now with the speeches. They've taken some steps. Bang on now.
But it's now it's just get it done.
I just gotta get it done. Yep.
Because you know the league now isn't what it was when you played there, Chris. You always knew who the top 5 to 6 teams would be. Not and now it changes every year. It's like it's just that's how much the league's improved, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
not just that, but the growth. I mean, it's a 15-team high school league now. Like you got the addition of some new teams. You got the 2 divisions and everything now too. It's I mean, we've seen some really good players come out of the high school hockey, and I think we got to mention former teammate of yours with the Blazers. I'm not sure if you played with him, but Justin Sumara.
So I didn't play with him. I didn't play with him on the Blazers. So that would be the year that they won everything. They won Atlantics or the league and everything else. But I know him from playing. No, I know him.
You had some battles with him your grade 12 year. Would have been.
In high school hockey. So he was the goalie for West, and
you guys must have had some battles with them that year.
Phenomenal.
You guys is high-powered offense.
Here's a
right?
guy who didn't play major midget, wasn't a Q player, or but then stepped right from high school to junior B, top goalie in junior B, to junior A, top goalie in junior A. Now he only played a few games as Mac Welsh's backup, but he was looking like he was the best goalie in university hockey this year. SMU too. I mean, his save percentage was through the roof, especially I think he played awesome in those few playoff games that he had. There's a guy who came from the high school league who, I mean, elite level hockey player. After SMU, there's a good chance he gets a pro contract. So
and Laidlaw still probably sniped on him that year, didn't you, buddy?
Couple times.
Couple times. Oh, so modest. I love
it. And a good note, he actually beat UNB, which is probably the top men's hockey program in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, over the last 15 years, or powerhouse becomes a.
Not only did he beat them, he beat them 4-0. That's saying something.
That's yeah, and I mean he's not a big guy by any means, but man, just the talent and the hard work he's put in. But we got some hard work we got to go put in now too. We got ourselves a practice in about 15 minutes. Wish us luck. I'm gonna fry like bacon. Laidlaw doesn't burn like I do. I'm definitely on the pasty side here, but yeah, it was a pleasure chatting with you boys. Laidlaw, thanks for coming on, my man.
No, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much, man. It was our honor. We'll definitely have you back, and good luck with the rest of training camp and everything in the future, man. We're big fans of you here at BHD Sports. That's for sure.
I appreciate it, man.
We're big fans of you, Laidlaw. I've always been a fan of you.
Thanks, Danny. Love you, buddy.
Love you too, buddy.
All right. That does it for episode 8 of BHD Sports Podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.